In the upper left, we've got our Zerg player. A solid late game. A handsome nerd he is.
GSL HyuN.
And in the bottom right, we've got our blue Terran. Cheese eating game 1, doing the timing in game 2. I don't know how he's going to play in game number 3, but we're going to see soon. He is
LGIM YoDa.
Alrighty. Time to see what these guys have planned for this map. HyuN looks like he's going to drone scout Tasteless. This guy
Not
loves
too
his
surprising.
drone scouting.
Well, you could just see that HyuN basically feels that he will win if he just catches any cheese.
Exactly.
If he goes to like past 10 minutes, he's going to win no matter what.
And that's something that you'll see out of a player like HyuN, who plays a lot of online tournaments on different servers. Because when you're playing like, just someone from, let's say, Europe or North America, right? And they know that this guy is like a TSL Zerg, a badass that one day may win a GSL or something. And the fact that they're more cheesy over on those other servers than, top-level Koreans normally quite are. You're going to find a lot of Zergs that are successful there, drone scout. And look at that. That's so annoying. Command center first, and you get drone scouted that early. Very, very annoying. And he actually, this is interesting. He went really quick pool after his hatch. He could have like really droned up. He could have gone 3 hatch before pool. He could have done all sorts of things. Yeah, so it looks like he wants to actually get aggressive this game. And I gotta give him props for that, because HyuN is a Zerg that can play like insanely good long games. But he's seeing YoDa go for this greedy build, and he's decided with a spot in the round of 16 on the line, he's gonna get aggressive.
I like this.
Do you think it's going to be only speed, or do you think he's going to mix in roaches or bangs?
I want it to be speed roach, and I mean speedling and roach.
Okay.
I feel like that's really good on this map. I don't think you need to go for banelings, because normally where they put the bunker, if they put it near the ramp, it's so far away that it's, if they have bunkers that are close, for instance, to the command center, like super close, you want to go baneling, because then they can't repair it. It just blows up. But if the bunker's far away, you might as well go roachling.
Okay. I see exactly.
Run him over.
Yeah. All right, we'll see what he wants to go for. It looks like it's just going to do speed. Sorry, Tasteless. You've been right a lot lately. Been right a lot lately, but not this time. Well, we do have YoDa going straight into it. Looks like reactored Hellion, and that's good for him. If he can actually get some Hellions out, that's going to be very detrimental to any speedlings.
Sure.
If he had gone, let's say, triple command, then a little group of speedlings could have come over here and messed up his day a little bit.
The SCV is headed back home now. And we're just going to have these both players building up right now, macroing up. Very standard openers, actually. We're a little bit surprised by HyuN's early pull, just because he's such a greedy Zerg.
Now, he is getting just a ton of drones right now, trying to make up for B4. He's really low on drones compared to YoDa. Normally you have a nice lead at this point, but just now he's jumping ahead with that last 10 drones he just made.
Are you excited for tomorrow, Artosis?
For what?
The Halloween party we're going to.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Can't wait. I got a cute costume.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I dressed up as a slutty fairy.
I can't wait. Oh yeah, I got my cat ears today.
Right, Roach Warren coming down here.
I'm going to paint some whiskers on my face.
It looks like the SCV is going to check for the third, and he'll see that's there. Double engineering base, so he's investing in late game. This should be a pretty epic TDZ, guys.
Yeah.
Unlike the last two, which I think were pretty short and simple.
I think there's a good chance, but also there's a Roach Warren on the way, and I like that because HyuN, by getting the Roach Warren, and by the way, a lot of TSL Zergs do mix in a lot more Roaches than any other team of Zergs against Terran.
Yeah, the only person who otherwise comes to mind is Lenok.
Yeah. That's actually a good point. But just the fact that he gets the Roach Warren and he can just get Roach speed at some point, Roach Warren is going to give him some line of defense. And the thing is, if YoDa ever overextends and like spreads himself too thin, a bunch of Roaches and Speedlings with upgrades will roll through him. Right, well, he has made a decent amount of Roaches. Good scouting going on by this Overlord. Knows exactly what's going on.
All right, the Overlord is taken out. And I like these few Roaches. I think this is the way that HyuN plays it. He's able to bully around Hellions, so they don't really have the map control. The Hellions can take off Lings and scout, but they don't get to occupy locations if the Roaches are there.
Yeah.
Which I like.
Yeah, it's quite nice. And he leaves some at home for defense as well.
Sure, yeah.
Just pushing a few forward.
Looks like he's going to try to come in here now. Oh, no, he turns around.
Flanked by a Roach. All right, so 1-1 on the way for both players. This time YoDa getting it much, much quicker, so he's going to be in better position because of that. And he still hasn't started any siege tanks yet. So that makes me a little bit nervous for him, because if he goes really late siege tanks, if you don't have a lot of siege tanks, and they come with Ling, Bane, Roach, and they have speed for at least 2 of those.
Yeah.
You are going to be in a lot of trouble. It's going to be very hard to micro against. They're going to be able to max out very quickly with that and just have a lot of stuff. And really, you want your siege tanks early and often to be able to stop that, especially on this map.
And now we got the third here being taken. I don't think we're going to see any action until we pass 150 supply here for the Terran. I don't foresee him. I think the Terran's going to max out. Zerg's going to get up to Hive Tech. They're both playing it very, very safe, very conservatively.
Yeah. And, well, he's starting to make some Lings and Banes. A little bit defensive right now with those. And it's good timing, because now we do have YoDa moving out across the map a little bit. I don't think he's actually going to do anything here. In fact, that was a weird stim that he just did. Trying to get those 4 Roaches, but instead just loses some hit points. He does have a couple medevacs out, so those will be up there in a second. But,
sure.
All right, so now we're starting to see exactly what's going on. The Infestation pick going down, Baneling speed on the way, and a ton of Lings being produced. Wouldn't be surprised if HyuN goes for a little timing.
Yep. Anytime you see him making that many Banelings early. Oh, hold on. We got a medevac drop coming up here.
This could be bad.
He's going to hit that Overlord. It is a little bit of a long walk up there for the Zerg to get into that location. What will he target? Gets an Overlord, and he's going to pick up. All right. Wow. Talk about utilizing every single second you have there. He's like, well, I'll just do a little bit more damage, then I'll pick up. Can probably kill 2 more Lings like that.
That's true. He did lose a Marine.
Poor guy. Sloppy play.
Nice little moves by HyuN. I mean, by YoDa.
He's going to leave him there and let him heal up. They're basically completely safe there.
Yeah. And it's a good choice. You know, when he knows there's not mutas out, he can do things like this. And he can float around and take his time trying to find ways to do damage. So, right now we do have Infestors on the way. More and more Lings. He's already added 76 drones, so he just continues to produce Lings here. In fact, there are a couple spores, so his third base is well defended.
Yeah.
But he does have a lot of units in his main.
Oh, he shouldn't be doing this. Okay, he pulls out. Smart move there.
And look at that Hive already, and I think YoDa just saw that as he flew in. Hold on.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, so he knows. So he's thinking, all right, fast Broodlords, a push to the center. By the way, HyuN has been pretty sloppy with his creep spread.
Yeah, he's not really focusing on that very much, is he?
He's basically... Well, he probably should, because you got the creep to the middle there is pretty strong. You get the Broodlords and Infestors on the high ground. There's not a whole lot Terran can do.
It's true. HyuN running away for now. 2-2 about to finish for YoDa, but it's very close behind for HyuN right now. Does have a lot of Infestors coming out. This can start getting scary. How many siege tanks does he actually have? Okay, he only has 2 right now, so the Infestors are going to be pretty scary still.
As you can see here, the 4th base, I think it's actually about to be spotted. I don't know if it can be taken out, but it should be, the medevac shouldn't have gone over it. Just got to be careful. Those Infestors are in the back. You can't afford to lose those Infestors. Pushing forward, killing whatever little creep that HyuN had here.
And now,
here we go.
Oh, HyuN has decided to try to do it. He's going forward for the break. The siege tanks are spread out very well, but is there enough stuff here to actually stop this?
There's just too much. He's going to get that last siege tank.
The banelings detonating on
Not even
tank.
really needing to fungal that much. We saw one caster there, but it was mostly just the raw strength of the Zerg.
Yeah. YoDa coming out a little bit too far.
Yep, an overextension.
Yeah, and the thing is, HyuN puts him in a very tough position where he's going for a very quick hive, so YoDa feels like he has to attack, but at the same time, HyuN has a huge army, and a lot of it's actually based upon roaches and lings. So that's the type of army that you can beat a non-max Terran army with. It's a very nice strategy there by HyuN.
All right, as you can see here, Greater Spire is about, what, 1/3 of the way done. HyuN now actually in a deficit with supply. He did a lot of damage to YoDa, but YoDa's rebuilt that very quickly. A very good macro Zerg, like all these IM Terrans are. And he's going to do a little drop over here into the main to try to see if he can't split up the army so he can gain some more turf over here in the front of HyuN's base.
And I love that idea, but you know what? As things pop out of those eggs, he can clean it up pretty easily.
You can see the Corruptor here taking out that medevac, so that didn't actually work at all.
Now this never-ending stream of Terran units coming down. He does almost have the Greater Spire. It's in kind of a bad position, but can he hold on until he actually can get Broodlords out? That's the question here.
All right, I don't know if Broodlords are going to be able to save him. I think he's going to have to win with this without Broodlords. In fact, he might even want to cut Corruptor production. Okay, he's making 5 now. But again, the third is actually under some pressure right now. I don't know if he can actually hold this, actually. I think YoDa might just barely get over there. Broodlords are halfway done. He's getting the tanks over there. Vikings coming up here for support. Does he have any Corruptors out? Or is it just Broodlords?
Has no Corruptors. Okay. He's making all Broods right now, but that is only 2 Vikings, right. So he may be able to break the army.
And the third goes down.
That is a huge
What YoDa needs to do is unsiege and leave. Unsiege and leave. No, he's sieging up.
Well, HyuN may be able to break this, but the problem is that he lost that third base.
Yeah.
And by losing that third base, he's in a lot of trouble.
All right, he needs to leave with the medevacs. Oh, no, he's actually just going to keep pushing. All right, Transfusion's coming down. Yeah, I was going to say, he really needs to just turn around. When you're ahead, get more ahead.
And, okay, so YoDa pulls back. YoDa is sitting on 3 bases. He has his 4th command center. HyuN does have another hatchery on the map, but you know, that doesn't matter right now.
All right, now he's going to get this base.
Oh my God.
This is so good.
Oh, and that's actually huge right there. The problem is that his army is too slow to go over there and save that hatchery, so another hatchery does go down, but he killed a lot of Marines. That's good. The bank of YoDa is basically non-existent. His macro is completely good right now. You know, he is keeping up with it.
Just continuously pushing the creep.
This is going to be pretty rough for HyuN, man. He doesn't have a whole lot going on. He's making mostly Lings right now. You need a huge economy to really use a lot of Lings against Terran. And now the mobility of, or lack of mobility of HyuN's army is going to be abused here by YoDa.
All right, YoDa coming in here now. Very nice. Dropping even tanks over here. Oh my God, and Vikings. That's the first time I've seen Vikings dropped out of a medevac. That's very weird.
And, well,
kind of hard to see who's going to win that fight.
These medevacs get taken out by the spores. That was quite wasteful, but does it matter? All right, very nice fungals going down.
He's doing a good job against these Broodlords. I mean, he's basically just keeping HyuN matted down here.
Yeah. If YoDa were to end up losing this game, he will forever regret that big medevac drop he did in the main base. That was very wasteful, but I don't think it's even going to matter, man.
It was a bit needless, yeah.
There's just way too much here for HyuN.
I think HyuN's going to have to tap out here in a second.
Yeah.
He's just pushing in there. Infestor's being taken out. Transfuse is going down like crazy. No medevac's here to heal, but I don't know if that's going to matter.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, Terran can just keep making anything and sending it over here.
That's right. HyuN does have that third base up and will clear out yet another attack, but you know, his long-term units all dying off. He has no Broodlords now. He has only a handful of Infestors, no energy. He's basically holding on with Queens and Lings. And this isn't the early game, Tasis.
Yes, it is not the early game. Stimmy in here now, just going for the hatch. Smart move here. The hatchery will go down, throwing the drones. He'll probably scan here next. And he does.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's about
basically
it.
GG.
Yeah, so
4th base acquired. I think that's a planetary there at the 4th.
HyuN, a man with a lot of hype going on about him right now, does fall here.
Then again, there's no real shame to lose to an IM Terran.
That's true.
I mean, YoDa's pretty
happy
good.
11 racks.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, I mean, YoDa, I don't think anyone, especially yesterday before we knew Rain wouldn't be here, no one had expected YoDa to get first place in this group.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Not Terrans and Zergs on IM even.
All right, the Broodlords are more than hatching here. The Broodlords are the only thing that are keeping YoDa afloat. When you consider how much supply Broodlords cost and what HyuN's supply is right now, he does not have a high worker count.
Yeah, and you know what? The main is basically mined out for YoDa.
Right.
The natural is going to be in a second here. The third is getting really low. So he does have that fourth in the middle. YoDa doesn't have like a gigantic economy, but much, much bigger than HyuN's, of course. He's trying to just stay alive here. And, well, this isn't going to work.
Very nice transfuse. So many transfuses. Jesus. Did you see that? That was so sick.
That was pretty crazy. In fact, he might clean this up again. But every time he's losing so much.
That was like, in the course of under 5 seconds, I think that Broodlord was transfused a dozen times.
Yeah, and this is like so funny. He's using Spore Queen Broodlord to hold off endless attacks. He's mixing Marauders in to be able to take out the Queens and Spores a little bit better, it looks like. And oh boy, where are the transfuses now? They don't exist. Should have known that he was going to use Queens and gotten that ranged attack upgrade. And I don't think he quite ult this time, Faces.
Yep. GG. Well played. A well-deserved win there. YoDa picked the right builds and executed them beautifully. And now that means that he is going to go on to the round of 16.
Good work to YoDa.
Well played.
We were talking before that YoDa eventually will be a Codex mainstay. You watch a macro Terran come up like this, and they don't really waste a lot of time cheesing or just trying to get wins. You know, it's a completely different flavor, and it's a player that over the long term will be successful.
Sure.
And he's showing that here already.
The coach for IM obviously very happy. Yet another one of his players seeing tremendous amount of success.
Yes.
Really well done.
Strong win. All right, so next match, last
Final
match of the night, will be GOMTV against HyuN. The loser goes down, the winner goes up.
Can't have winners without losers. We are going to go to a quick 5-minute break, and when we get back, we're going to have the final best of 3 for today's GSL Code S.